Noom is a great nutrition app, but it's pricey. So what are some apps that are like Noom, but cheaper? One of the biggest complaints that our team at 𝗟𝗏𝗂𝗏 hears about Noom is that you can't get a free trial. Sure, you can get 14 days for $1, but then they have your payment information and $1 is not free. Then after 14 days, a hefty subscription fee kicks in. Many other nutrition apps have free trials or tiers that can be used indefinitely and provide most of the same benefits as Noom. In this video, I'm gonna share my top 5 options with you that our team of nutrition coaches, dietitians, personal trainers, and athletes have personally tested. Our testing periods range from 1 month to up to 1 year or more. We have 7 in total options that we've tested, but if you'd like to see the other 2 options as well as more in-depth information on how we tested each one, you can head on over to Google and type in 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗏 Noom alternative. My video reviews for each app are also going to be linked in that article as well. Like Noom, these apps focus on weight loss and provide features such as food grading systems and behavioral change modules. However, some apps like MacroFactor emphasize macronutrient tracking, while others, like Lifesum, have extensive recipe databases. Each of the alternatives I'll discuss have their own unique features that differentiate a little bit from Noom. So let's dive right in with our number 1 alternative to Noom, MacroFactor. MacroFactor describes itself as offering an empowering and sustainable approach to nutrition tracking without stress, shaming, or rigidity. This nutrition app offers functionality akin to a nutrition coach by providing updated calorie and macronutrient targets based on goals and results. While MacroFactor doesn't have educational modules on behavioral psychology like Noom does, in my mind, it more than makes up for this by automatically suggesting new macronutrient targets based on your rate of progress. It takes in-depth understanding of human metabolism to suggest smart, sustainable macronutrient targets, and usually you'd need to work with a coach for this, which makes this feature really valuable in my opinion. Personally, I didn't like that Noom didn't clearly show calorie and macronutrient information for all the foods that you log. Now, the normal free trial for MacroFactor is 7 days. However, if you use the code 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗏𝗏, you get an extended free trial of 14 days, so you're welcome. One of the best things about this app is that it has calorie targets that adapt based on your own personal results. The app actually provides updated custom calorie and macro targets based on your rate of progress compared to your intake, instead of just using basic formulas that usually fail to consider whether you're making the progress that you want. This creates a more realistic target for you, and then you can achieve your goals more quickly and more sustainably. It has a really large food database that contains only verified entries, so you can be sure that the intake that you're inputting is accurate. The app also has 4 different options for logging food, making this part of the process really quick and easy. You can also do a manual entry where you can use a barcode scanner, you can create recipes, or you can use the AI Describe using voice dictation, which is a pretty neat feature. And obviously, the more quickly you can log your food, the more likely you are to do it. Another thing I like about MacroFactor is that it focuses on consistency over perfection. So if you're off your macros a little bit one day, you don't have to feel like a failure, yet it still holds you accountable. The only drawback to MacroFactor as a Noom alternative is that there is no free version. But like I said, there is a free trial, and like I said before, we linked that code for an extra week in the description box. The next alternative to Noom on our list is Lifesum. Lifesum is a calorie and macro tracking app with an extensive food database, fantastic database of delicious recipes, and the ability to select custom meal plans. My colleague Amanda Parker, who is a certified neuropath nutrition coach and certified strength and conditioning specialist, personally tested both Noom and Lifesum and then compared the 2 head-to-head. She raved about Lifesum's extensive recipe database as being even better than Noom's, and she liked that it had meal plans for different dietary preferences. Lifesum also makes macronutrient information more visible, and you can set your own targets to pursue whatever goal that you want, such as muscle gain, and it's not just all about weight loss. I like that this app has a recipe database, and it was really great for someone like me who can never think of what to make for dinner every night, and it also is a great way to help people who are new to healthy eating learn healthy meal ideas. Another plus is that this app allows users to set their own custom calorie and macronutrient targets, which is great for experienced users and or people who are working with a coach who just need an app to track their intake against the coach's recommendations. I also really like that the food rating system on Lifesum goes beyond simply providing just that stoplight color code like they do in Noom with green equals good markers, and it explains why certain foods are good to include more often, while others should be included less often. This is great because it really helps you make good food choices independently without relying on an app in the long term. Some things that I don't like about this app, however, is that sometimes the recommendations for calories and macronutrients for people who are more active and more muscular, the estimates are really low and sometimes they're inaccurate. It also still uses BMI as a measure of health, which is pretty outdated. Moving on to number 3 on our list is MyNetDiary. MyNetDiary is a really user-friendly app. It provides meal plans and macronutrient recommendations. It has various diets like keto, paleo, and the premium version also includes personalized nutrition advice from a virtual coach. Instead of a color-coding system for food like Noom, MyNetDiary gives a food grade based on ratings from nutrition experts. This helps users focus on nutrient-dense choices to optimize their health, not just ones that are low in calories for weight loss. Now, our in-house reviewer, 𝗍𝗶𝗲𝗁, really liked how easy it was for her to log foods in MyNetDiary. Plus, she thought it was a really fun feature to have the apple-shaped logo turn green at the end of the day if she stayed within her calorie budget, which sort of made it more like a game if you hit your target. I really like that this app is it has over 1 million verified foods in its database. The food grading system in MyNetDiary is similar to Noom's color coding system. Still, it goes a step above because the grade is based on food ratings from nutrition experts, which considers micronutrients as well and not just calorie density, which is usually a key factor in the Noom system. This is a great way to get users to focus on including higher quality foods to optimize their health and not just focusing on calories, because a 100-calorie cookie versus 100 calories of veggies and hummus are a lot different nutritionally. Another great thing about this app is that the recipes in the database have the macros already calculated and can be input directly into the diary, which saves a lot of time and it takes the guesswork out because you don't need to figure out what and how much to eat to hit macro targets. Some of the drawbacks that I found to MyNetDiary were that macronutrient totals are only available in a total daily report and not by meal, and a lot of features are unfortunately only available in the premium paid version. Fourth on our list is Lose It. Lose It is a calorie counting app focused on helping its users, of course, lose weight. The app's premium version allows for macronutrient tracking selected nutrients, like if you want to track your cholesterol or your sodium, and it gives you the ability to log daily exercise. And for this reason, it's really well worth paying for the premium version to keep an eye on those micronutrients. Noom doesn't track micronutrients, so there's no way to know if you're over or under your targets for vitamins and minerals. My colleague Amanda also recommends getting the premium version of this app because she was really impressed with the extensive intake questionnaire on the app that really gets you focused on your goals and your reasons for those goals, or your why, which is really similar to one of the first coaching modules that I experienced in Noom. Some of the things I really liked about this app is that it was really user-friendly, super easy to use, and the calorie and macro targets can be customized in the premium version. I also like that the app can export daily and weekly nutrition summaries and food logs, which then you can analyze and send to a nutrition coach, dietitian, doctor, or any other health professional. So this is great if you're working with a coach or a doctor because it allows you to share all that stuff so easily. Lose It also has a great social aspect to the app, which allows users to communicate with each other. And this is really great for support, advice, encouragement. I think being part of a like-minded community is really pivotal for achieving your goals. So this is a really nice aspect of the app. Now for a few things that we didn't like. The free version of the app does not track macronutrient intake, only calories, which isn't really optimal for body composition and performance. Also, the macro targets don't necessarily add up to calorie targets, meaning that you could hit your macro target and still be over or under your calorie target. And therefore, you're not gonna lose, maintain, or gain the weight according to the goals that you set. Last but not least on our list is number 5, My Diet Coach. My Diet Coach is a calorie and macro tracking app that is really simple, no extra bells and whistles. It's really best suited for individuals who already know what an appropriate calorie and macronutrient intake should be for their goals and what combinations of food they're going to need to eat to hit those targets healthily. My Diet Coach is an excellent short-term option for anyone who wants just a quick reset to track their macros for a week or two. However, beyond a few weeks, at the rate of $4.75 per week after the 1-week free trial, it would cost you more than Noom's annual membership if you used it for a year. So it's really only cost-effective if you plan on using it short-term. I like that, like MyNetDiary, My Diet Coach also has an option for notifications for meal reminders. This is great for anyone who's like me and sometimes skips meals or snacks whenever they get really busy. Having those reminders can help you eat more consistently, which makes it easier to adhere to your targets and achieve the goals that you set. I also like that the app's calorie and macronutrient targets are really customizable. They're very clearly displayed, which really makes it easy to see the grams and calories consumed and the grams and calories remaining. It also gives you the ability to add additional meals, which is really great for days that you're training. Some drawbacks to My Diet Coach, however, is that there are no workouts, no recipes, no meal plans, no additional content, no options to log measurements or photos. So it's just very simple. Also, my nutrition coach colleague found that the calculated calorie recommendations sometimes are a little bit too aggressive for sustainable weight loss, and the updates to calorie targets seem to be too frequent, and they didn't really make sense. So those are our top 5 more affordable alternatives to Noom. That being said, even though Noom is the most expensive nutrition or diet tracking app on the market today, Despite this, our team has reviewed Noom, and we believe that it's well worth the price for those who can afford it. Noom puts a focus on habits and behaviors, including daily lessons with topics like motivation and mindset, so that your nutrition changes feel sustainable to maintain weight loss for the long term, rather than just short-term focus on slashing calories to temporarily lose weight. I think part of the reason people achieve such excellent weight loss results with Noom is because, unlike other diet tracking apps that accommodate several different types of goals, its primary focus is weight loss. I mean, most people lose 1 to 5 pounds in their first month using Noom, which is pretty impressive. Noom also allows for some flexibility by giving you a calorie range rather than a more rigid calorie goal, which really sets you up for success. The app also categorizes foods by color so that you can learn more about food quality and make healthier choices. I personally tried and reviewed Noom, and I've attached my video review for it in the description. This just summarizes why we think Noom is so valuable and successful. However, now you are armed with several other options of apps that we think are really great and could be good options for you if you're looking for something that's more budget-friendly than Noom. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If there are any other apps that you've tried that you think could be better alternatives to Noom that we haven't reviewed yet, please put it down in the comments section and we'll see if we can review them next. Thanks for watching.